Hi. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching all these videos. I know sometimes it can be a lot when you're starting something new and you're trying to process all of this information. But right now we're going to hop right into nutrition, and this is one of my favorite things to talk about because let's be honest, we can work out and work out and work out and work out, but if we're not being mindful of what we're putting into our bodies, we're not going to see the results that we want. It is so true when they say results are 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. It's so true, guys. If we can't get through that nutrition piece, we're never going to be hitting the mark that we want to hit. So, where to calculate? If you look in the file section of our group, there is a little calculation for meal plan. Go in there, calculate what meal plan you're supposed to be on, and that's how you're going to start. That's if you're using the Portion Fix system. So I know that it's so easy to just jump right in and just start without working through that nutrition side of things. But it's really important because sometimes if we just jump in, if you're that kind of person, then we're setting ourselves up with these huge goals, and it's easy to lose track of them or to fall a little bit and trip and fall. If you don't trip and fall on this journey, man, power to you. The amount of times I've tripped and fell, it's hard sometimes. And so we really talk about making small goals, smaller things that we can build on our successes and get more successes. And so that's why we really want you to start incorporating the basics. Know what your plan is, know what the nutrition side of things look like, and then with your coach, you guys can work together to build small goals so that you're building on bigger successes as you go. So, okay. Whatever changes you make. So let's say you're making small goals with your coach and you're making smaller ones, you're gaining victories, then you're making slightly bigger ones. You're not jumping all in and doing everything at once. That's okay. Anything you do, any small change you do is a step in the right direction. So celebrate those things and be proud of yourself, because when you've been doing something a certain way for so long, especially with your eating, there's all kinds of other things attached to that. And it's really hard to make sustainable change. So celebrate those small things because they're really not small. They're determining the outcome of the rest of your journey. So please celebrate every little step. Okay, so we're going to split up into two sections. So you're either going to be following the Portion Fix system, and those are based on portion sizes, and it comes with fun little containers that you measure all of your food. It really focuses on portions and a healthy balance across the whole day. Those come specifically with each program. So each program will have its own Portion Fix system, and they might slightly change or slightly deviate depending on how intense the workouts are. That's one side. The other side is 2B Mindset. If you are doing 2B Mindset, then you just stick with that. It's amazing. You will need to look through all of Alana's videos. If that's something that you've started with already, make sure you watch all her videos. I think she's got about 26 of them, and they go through everything, every single strategy, every 2B Mindset system, strategy, all of it. So make sure you watch her videos. She's amazing, amazing, amazing. You're going to learn how to track. You're going to get a tracker journal. You're going to learn a better relationship with the scale. You're going to be working through a lot of emotional eating issues if you are one that struggles with those things. You're going to fall in love with Alana, basically. I love her so much. So keep in mind, though, that the first month is your learning month. So you're going through, you're learning the ropes, you're learning the strategies, you're starting to implement them slowly. So month 1 is always the learning month. You might see some weight loss, which is awesome, but the majority of your weight loss will be in month 2 and month 3, and that's because you've really gotten used to the strategies. You figured out what your body loves and does not love. You figured out what makes it inflamed or hold on to weight, or gain weight and you're not eating those things anymore. It really is specialized to your body because we're all made up so differently that To Be Mindset is a way of figuring out what it is that makes your body tick, what makes your body happy, and then gearing your nutrition towards that. So not everybody's nutrition plan on To Be Mindset is going to look the same, which is pretty awesome. So that is To Be Mindset. If you are starting with that and you're brand new to it, talk to your coach. They are going to talk to you about building small goals. Sometimes To Be Mindset it can be something that is overwhelming. It's brand new. It's very different than how you've done things before. So the same way that we talked about small goals for your fitness, you're going to do the same thing, small goals for your nutrition. So reach out to your coach and ask them about that. Now we're going to swing back over here to the Portion Fix system. So that is the container system. It might be a little bit overwhelming because you're not used to using all these containers, but I promise you, after a week or so, it's going to be like second nature. You're not even going to have to think about it anymore. So you're really learning about portion sizes and what your body requires to have the right amount of portions for it. On BOD, whatever program you choose, let's say you're doing 21 Day Fix or you're doing Lift 4, you're going to go into BOD, click that program, and you'll see a tab at the top that says Program Materials. So if you click on Program Materials, in there, you'll see lots of information, but you're going to be looking for the Getting Started Guide or the Nutrition Guide. In there, it'll have another example of that calculator I told you about that you can find in the file section. You would calculate your meal plan and you would determine what Portion Fix plan you're in. It'll tell you how many containers you can have throughout the day. And trust me, it's going to feel like a lot of food. It did for me when I first started. And you're going to think to yourself, okay, well, maybe I'll get better results if I just drop down a plan. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know it's tempting, but the workouts that you're going to be doing, you need to be able to fuel your body, right? If you're not fueling your body properly, it's going to hold on to stored fat and not let go of it. And you're not going to see the results that you want. So even though it feels like a lot of food, trust me, you will be hungry because you're exercising, right? You will eat those portions. And if you're really having a hard time getting them in, then talk to your coach because we do have tricks that we can help you with, throwing extra veggie containers in your shakes, things like that. Lots of other tricks too. So it's going to take some time at the beginning when you're learning how to write out your meal plan. Luckily for you, your coach will have worked with you to give you your first meal plan pretty much done for you. We tweak it a little bit for you to make it more you, but your first week of meal planning is pretty much done. And that's so that you can kind of hit the ground running, be successful, learn how to use the portion control containers before having to write your meal plan right away. When you get your containers in the mail, that's what you're going to use. We recommend you getting a little booklet. I like using the same book over and over again because then I can just put my meal plan in there each week and I can go back to previous meal plans and pull ideas, pull recipes, those types of things. So definitely keep a book with all your meal plans in there. I'm going to show you how I do my meal plan. Okay, so just a quick one here. So I'm going to take this, we're going to pretend this is my meal plan journal. So at the top, I'm just going to write the days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I plan from Monday to Saturday because for me, if I don't plan for Saturdays, then our fridge is empty and it's harder for me to make wiser decisions on the weekend. I'm out of my routine on the weekend. It's harder as it is. So I like to prep for success. Not everybody does that, but that's what I do. So then I do breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. Now, granted, if you're doing To Be Mindset, your meal plan will look different than this, but that is something that you can discuss with your coach in more detail. So this is what I do. I write the days of the week at the top. I write the meals during the side here. And what I do is I keep it simple. So I keep my breakfasts either the same through the whole week, or I alternate between 2 breakfasts. I keep my snacks the exact same throughout the week, and most of the time my lunches are alternated between 2. For me, it's just easier. It takes less planning that way. There's less food I have to make. I just know what I'm having, and keeping it simple just really makes it easier to be successful, especially when you're first starting to learn how to do these meal plans. My dinners, we tend to choose about 1 to 2, sometimes 3 different dinners. But again, we keep it simple. We don't try to make these big elaborate meals or like casseroles or things like that. We just keep it simple. Meat, vegetable, carbohydrate. And we use our portion containers, we used our portion containers to measure those things. Don't make it elaborate, just keep it simple. And if you need ideas, check out the file section. There's so many recipes in there. Okay, grocery shopping. So here are my tips for grocery shopping. Always have your meal plan done before you go grocery shopping. That way you're gonna stop that impulsivity of just getting something that you don't really need or wasn't on your meal plan at the grocery store. That's my first tip. Second tip, make sure you either bring snacks with you or have your Shakeology before you go. Make sure that you're not hungry going to the grocery store, because if you're like me and you're hungry going to the grocery store, you are going to make decisions that aren't the best nutritionally. That's my second tip. Third tip is to always walk the perimeter of the grocery store. That's where you're going to find the most whole foods. That's where you're going to find the most nutritionally sourced foods. So your fruits, your vegetables, your meats at the back, your frozen veggies, your frozen fruits. Grab some frozen veggies, grab some frozen fruits. If you have to go down the middle aisles, those are things for like, whole wheat pasta or grains or quinoa or canned fish, those types of things. But that is my trick. Shop the perimeter and only graze through the middle aisles. All right. My last few tips for you guys when you're thinking about meal planning and the types of foods to be eating, spaghetti squash is my go-to. I love spaghetti squash, especially for pasta nights. It's like warm and heavy, and it just gives you that same comfort feeling that pasta does, but without all the additional stuff. And you can still have pasta. That's the thing on the system. You can still have pasta. You just have to use your portions. What else do I like? Cauliflower rice. Oh my God, either frozen cauliflower rice or fresh cauliflower that you make into cauliflower rice, whatever. That stuff is the bomb. I use it for stir fries. I use it for curries, all that stuff. It's amazing. I love it. And it cooks up really quickly in the microwave also. So always having some on hand is key. The other thing I really love are zoodles, again for pasta or curries or stir fries. I'm a big volume eater, and so for me, I need to feel like my plate is full, and that is an option for me because I can load that up with veggies and be full and satiated, and then I don't feel bloated or, really full after a big plate of pasta, right? Okay, that's a lot of information. Last thing before I let you go, make sure you're clearing out your pantry. I know it's going to sound crazy, but for me, I'm the kind of person, like if I know there's something sweet in the house, you bet your butt I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it and I'm going to eat all of it. I can't just have like 1 or 2 Chip-Its. I'm going to eat the whole damn bag of Chip-Its. So make sure whatever it is that you're tempted by, get it out of the house. Make sure it's gone so that it does not tempt you. You want it out of sight, out of mind. If it's not there, you're not going to think about it and you're not going to self-sabotage. All right, guys, one more video. Thanks for watching.